Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And the single back takes the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring him down to the 28-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. And they'll run it with the draw play. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. And the Sooners will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Defense trying to dig in here on this opening drive. It's third down and inches. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
The Sooners with first and 10 here. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And he's got it for a huge gain, brought down at the 30.
Tell you what, you're going to load up on this running game and you're going to leave your corners one-on-one. You better be ready when you take on Oklahoma. Think about all the receivers they've had over the years. Just off the top of my head, guys like CeeDee Lamb and Hollywood Brown, they get left one-on-one. They're going to make you pay for it. This receiver showing he's got the quicks to be able to win those one-on-one battles and soft hands. Good timing and a nice gain for the Sooners.
He'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Heads out of bounds is a short gain on the play.
Boy, positive yards there on first and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on second and inches.
The Sooners pick up first down yards to keep the drive going.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And the Sooners line up with a first and goal. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. And he's tackled after the catch.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the first down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 with the first possession. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Got a lane. Can he get in? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turn begins inside the 10. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Remember last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice.
The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Moves left out of the pocket. Throws to the tight end. Catch is made. Room to run here. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This defense is reeling now. 1st down and goal. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
They look to throw it here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield and rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Got space, looking to score. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This is called having confidence in an offensive line and a running back. 4th down and goal, you pound it in for the touchdown.
He converts the PATs, so the lead is now 21. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield, worried about that quarterback. He's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack you.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They're going to run it here. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield for 41.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Ball carrier running through tackles. He saw him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Escapes the pocket. He's got some room. Can he get there? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, I can't believe the quarterback took it all the way to the end zone. That is a big-time play. The defense, to their credit, had everybody covered, but they forgot to account for the mobility of this quarterback. Sure made him pay for it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about their ability to have a running game. Beautiful play right there, and I know the Sooner fans are proud of that one.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Throw to the running back in the flat. And they bring him down. Blocker is not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. Movement here from the tight end. A handoff from the shotgun. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
The Sooners begin a new series here, 1st and 10. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The offense already has one 4th-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. Knock it loose.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Looking for a deep completion. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Got the first down, now looking for more. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field, so let's check this call. Costly holding penalty there, backs him up 10 yards. First down here for this offense. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play from the very jump, and the fullback just didn't have any speed to get around anybody. Stuffed the run perfectly.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. And he'll set up to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. The ball is loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Crosses the 10. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. This will likely be the last play of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. Trying for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. Return begins inside the 10. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Now, with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
The pass rush closing in. Running back grabs it on a screen. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's escaping the pocket now. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had. The field.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Oh, it's a reverse. Fighting off the defender. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
There you go, defense. Listen, it has not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
The back's got it. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Dropping back. He's going to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. And the Sooners hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. And they're able to get him down. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense.
Here we go.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
3rd and goal, looking to throw the ball. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
The offense now operating in empty. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick return. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments, trying to extend the play. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring out second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. And they heave it deep downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Looking to chuck it again. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Catch made down inside the 10. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big, but who knows? Make a big play and try to get in the end zone, maybe get an onside kick.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble.
Man, when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
He'll hand it off. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
Man, that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Oh, here comes the reverse. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. 3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. They'll work the clock here with the running game. They'll stop him on a small gain here. Tried to run for it on 3rd and long and came up well short. The Sooners will have to kick this away. And finally, we have a punt, the first of the game for either team. Football is coughed up by the returner inside their own 20. And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
Oh, man. That's got to be tough for this offense. They thought they were about to get a chance to start a new drive. You got your helmet on. You're ready to trot out on the field just like that. You're headed back to the bench to wait for another opportunity.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
The Sooners looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Send the back in motion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. The defense does have all 3 timeouts remaining, but Kirk and I would like to get to the plane, so let's hope the coach doesn't use them.
But the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance.